Our Honorable Mayor, Shri Firad Hakim, he is on the way. Should be reaching here any minute. But in the meanwhile, we are already connected with Nabanna, so we are ready for the launch as well. So we're trying to keep both sides connected. Dr. Saurav Datto, the man of the moment. Yep. As usual.
Recording চলছে চলে যা
ডিএম অফিস বীরভূম একটু কথা বলুন কাইন্ডলি।
নমস্কার, আমরা বুঝতে পারছি যে নবান্ন তরফে আমাদের
বন্ধ হয়ে গেছে
ছাত্রবাদের প্রতিমন্ত্রী মাননীয় চন্দ্রিমা ভট্টাচার্য এবং দপ্তর মন্ত্রী সুনীল বসু এসে উপস্থিত হয়েছেন। আমি ডেপুটি সিএমও সাহেবের অনুরোধ বললেন যে আমরা এখানকার যে আনুষ্ঠানিক
হ্যালো
ডিএম অফিস বীরভূম, আপনাদের ওখান থেকে যে কথাটা বলছেন কথাটা স্পষ্ট নয়।
মোবাইলের সামনে থাকবেন না না
ডিএম অফিস বীরভূম, আপনাদের কথাটা স্পষ্ট নয়। কথা বলবেন, আপনার কথাটা না, কথাটা ঠিক আসছে না, কথাটা ঠিক আসছে না। না, ইকো হচ্ছে, আপনার কথা ইকো হচ্ছে।
সবাইকে বলবো যে প্রতি পর্যটনের মাধ্যমে
আমার কথা কি শুনতে পাচ্ছেন? ডিএম অফিস বীরভূম শুনতে পাচ্ছেন?
কান্দি রণগ্রাম ব্রিজ মুর্শিদাবাদ, একটু কাইন্ডলি কথা বলবেন। কান্দি রণগ্রাম ব্রিজ, কান্দি রণগ্রাম ব্রিজ, নবান্ন সভাঘর থেকে বলছি, একটু কাইন্ডলি কথা বলুন।
কান্দি রণগ্রাম ব্রিজ এমএলএ
কথা বলুন।
অপূর্ব সরকার পাচ্ছেন?
হ্যাঁ, শুনতে পাচ্ছি।
বলুন।
আচ্ছা ম্যাডাম, একটু আগে যেটা বললেন যে ব্রিজের লাইভ ভিউ দেখানোর ক্ষেত্রে যেটা করার কথা, ওটা কি করা গেছে?
হ্যাঁ, করা গেছে। এত মানুষ ব্রিজের ওপরে হয়তো সবটা দেখানো যাবে না, ড্রোন ছাড়া।
ঠিক আছে, ঠিক আছে, কোনো অসুবিধা নেই, যেটুকু দেখানো যাবে সেটুকুই, যতটুকু পসিবল দেখবে।
মানে গোটা ব্রিজটার ওপরেই মানুষ এই মুন্ডাই।
ঠিক 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 আছে।
ম্যাডামকে ইনফরমেশনটা সাহেব আছে।
আগের ভিউটা একবার দেখান, এই ভিউটা,
এই ভিউটা দেখাও। এই যে আমাদের লোকের অডিয়েন্সের যারা এসছে ভিউটা দেখাতে বলছি, ক্যামেরাম্যানকে বলছি ভিউটা দেখাতে, একবার ভিউটা দেখিয়ে দেন।
হ্যাঁ, আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি।
ও একদম পুরোটা।
কোন জায়গাটা একটু ওদিকটা দেখান।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, এইটা হচ্ছে ব্রিজ। এই ব্রিজের উপরে মানুষ সব বসে আছে, মানুষ সব ব্রিজের উপরে বসে।
ওকে ওকে, ঠিক আছে ঠিক আছে।
থ্যাংক ইউ সাহেব।
ওকে, আপনারা একটু রেডি থাকবেন, ম্যাডাম যখনই কথা বলতে চাইবেন আপনারা আনমিউট করে কথা বলবেন, ঠিক আছে?
ওকে, আমরা রেডি।
ওকে ওকে, থ্যাংক ইউ।
নমস্কার, কান্দি এসডি হসপিটাল বলছি, শোনা যাচ্ছে?
হ্যাঁ, কান্দি এসডি অফিস থেকে শুনতে পাচ্ছি।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
থ্যাংক ইউ, থ্যাংক ইউ। নবান্ন প্রেস, কথা বলুন। নবান্ন প্রেস, জুম আনমিউট করে কথা বলুন। নবান্ন প্রেস,
শুনতে পাচ্ছ তো?
নবান্ন প্রেস, সভাঘর থেকে বলছি।
হ্যাঁ, সামনে এসে কথা বলো।
এসো, একটু রিপ্লাই করো।
হ্যালো
হ্যালো হ্যালো হ্যালো
নবান্ন প্রেস,
হ্যালো, শোনা যাচ্ছে?
Yes,
নবান্ন প্রেস বলছি। হ্যাঁ,
তুমি আমার কথা শুনতে পাচ্ছ? তুমি আমার কথা শুনতে পাচ্ছ? না, তোমার কথাই পাচ্ছি না তো। এই জাস্ট আসছিল, এই জাস্ট চলে গেল কেন দেখো? অন্য মাইক্রোফোনটা দেখো।
হ্যালো হ্যালো, আসছে আমার অডিও বারে? হ্যালো,
এবার পাচ্ছি,
1
এবার পাচ্ছি।
2 5 6 7 8 9 0।
রিপোর্ট কোথায় গেল?
হ্যালো,
হ্যাঁ বলো, আরেকবার বলো।
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0 0 9 8 7 6 5 4 3 2 1। হ্যালো, চেক নবান্ন প্রেস। হ্যালো, নবান্ন সভাঘর,
পেলাম।
3rd August।
ঠিক আছে, পেলাম, দাঁড়াও।
ওকে,
হ্যাঁ এই তো এখানে দেওয়া আছে। আস্তে আস্তে দেখ, ভিডিওটা সাউন্ড আসছে, শুনতে পাবে না, ওরা কথা বললে শুনতে পাবে।
হ্যালো 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 হ্যালো।
এটা অন করবে, কথা বলবে।
কাইন্ডলি সমস্ত পার্টিসিপেন্ট মিউট থাকুন, কাইন্ডলি সমস্ত পার্টিসিপেন্ট মিউট থাকুন, কাইন্ডলি সমস্ত পার্টিসিপেন্ট মিউট থাকুন। আপনারা ভিডিও অন রাখুন, কিন্তু আনমিউট করে কেউ কথা বলবেন না কাইন্ডলি। পুতুল করলাম, আপনি আনমিউট করবেন না আর।
कहाँ पे?
নবান্ন সভাঘর থেকে বলছি প্রত্যেক জুম পার্টিসিপেন্টসের উদ্দেশ্যে, যারা জুমে জয়েন করেছেন একটু কাইন্ডলি শুনবেন। আপনারা প্রত্যেকে আপনাদের ভিডিও অন রেখে কানেক্টেড থাকবেন, কিন্তু অডিও অন করবেন না। কাইন্ডলি শুনবেন, প্রত্যেকে মিউট থাকবেন। যখন এখান থেকে ম্যাডাম আপনাদেরকে চাইবেন বা কথা বলতে চাইবেন, তখনই শুধুমাত্র আপনারা আনমিউট করে কথা বলবেন। থ্যাংক ইউ। নবান্ন সভাঘর থেকে বলছি, সোনামুখী ফায়ার স্টেশন, একটু কাইন্ডলি কথা বলুন। এইটাই হবে, এইটাই সোনামুখী ফায়ার স্টেশন, একটু আনমিউট করুন জুমে, জুমে আনমিউট করুন, দিয়ে কথা বলুন। সোনামুখী বাঁকুড়া ফায়ার স্টেশন, নবান্ন সভাঘর থেকে কথা বলুন।
হতে চাই অসীমের মাঝে হারা, অসীম এবং সীমার সেতু বন্ধনের মধ্যে দিয়ে আমরা এগিয়ে চলি আমাদের পাথেয় পথে। চলতে চলতে আমাদের বহু প্রয়োজনীয়তা আমাদের সামনে আসে, আর সেই প্রয়োজনীয়তার আরেকটি নাম হচ্ছে পশ্চিমবঙ্গ দমকল। আপনারা জানেন ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গল
এবার চলে এসছে, স্যারকে বলে দিন স্যার।
Hello.
And all
ফাইনাল শুনতে
হ্যাঁ,
পাচ্ছেন?
হ্যাঁ।
ওকে ওকে ওকে।
হ্যাঁ
এই সামনে যেন কেউ না থাকে, এই সামনে সরে যেতে বলছি বারবার।
ঠিক আছে না
সামনে বরফ হয়ে গেছে রে।
কানেক্ট করাই তো আছে, প্রেসকে কানেক্ট করে দিন, দিয়ে আপনারা উদ্বোধনগুলো করে নিন। হ্যাঁ, তুমি কেমন আছো? ভালো আছো? উদ্বোধনগুলো বলে দাও। চিফ সেক্রেটারি বলছেন কি কি উদ্বোধন হবে আজকে।
নমস্কার ম্যাডাম, আপনার অনুমতি ক্রমে আজকে এটা উদ্বোধন পর্ব শুরু করা হচ্ছে ম্যাম। ম্যাম, প্রথমে আমাদের যে আছে মেডিকা হসপিটাল ম্যাম, সেখানে মেডিকা হসপিটালে আমাদের যদি
এই হসপিটালটা এখন নতুন করে সিঙ্গাপুর গভর্নমেন্টের একটা কোম্পানি নিয়েছে ম্যাক্সিমাম শেয়ার, কাজে মেডিকার পুরনো মেডিকা কিন্তু এখন নেই, সেটা ক্ল্যারিফাই করে দেওয়া ভালো।
মেডিকার যেটা আছে খুব রিসেন্টলি যেটা আগে যে ম্যানেজমেন্ট ছিল সেই ম্যানেজমেন্টটা জায়গায় আমাদের একটা সিঙ্গাপুর গভর্নমেন্ট যে সংস্থা আছে টেমাস্ক, সেই ম্যানেজমেন্টটা এটা পুরো কন্ট্রোল নিয়েছে মেডিকেল হসপিটালে। সেই জন্যই নতুন ম্যানেজমেন্ট এটা প্রথম ম্যাডাম উদ্যোগ, ওখানে একটা বড় ধরনের মডার্ন ক্যান্সার সেন্টার ওরা উদ্বোধন আপনার দিয়ে হচ্ছে ম্যাম। ম্যাম ওদিকে আমাদের অনারেবল মেয়র আছেন ম্যাম ফিরাদ হাকিম সাহেব, মিস্টার ভেঙ্কটেশ, ও দ্য সিইও অফ শেয়ার্স হেলথ কেয়ার ম্যানেজমেন্ট প্রাইভেট লিমিটেড। এটাই ম্যাম ইনভেস্টমেন্ট আর্ম অফ টেমাস্ক হোল্ডিং সিঙ্গাপুর। ইট ইস দ্য সভরিন ফান্ড অফ দ্য সিঙ্গাপুর গভর্নমেন্ট ম্যাম। তারপরে রয়েছেন ম্যাম ডক্টর নন্দকুমার জয়রাম, হি ইজ দ্য চেয়ারম্যান অফ মেডিকা গ্রুপ। और রয়েছেন মিস্টার উদয়ন লেহরি ম্যাম, ম্যানেজিং ডাইরেক্টর মেডিকা গ্রুপ ম্যাম। ম্যাডাম রিকোয়েস্ট করছি আপনি যদি উদ্বোধন।
এটা খুব বড় হসপিটাল এবং বিরাট একটা বিল্ডিং করে তারা অঙ্কোলজি, যেটা ক্যান্সার আমরা বলি, ওরা করছেন নতুন করে ভালো করে। এবং আগে যে গ্রুপটা ছিল মেডিকায়, সেই গ্রুপটা চেঞ্জ হয়ে গিয়ে সিঙ্গাপুরের গভর্নমেন্টের যে গ্রুপটা যাদের কথা বললেন আমাদের সিএস, তারা এটাকে হ্যান্ডওভার করেছেন, তারাই নিয়েছেন এটা, ম্যাক্সিমাম শেয়ার তাদের। সুতরাং আমাদের অভিনন্দন রইল, কারণ ক্যান্সারে তো এখনও পর্যন্ত কোনো অ্যান্সার মানুষ পায় না, প্রকৃত ট্রিটমেন্টটাও ভালো করে করবার জন্য এখানে ওখানে তাদের দৌড়তে হয়। সুতরাং এই নতুন এটা ভালোই হবে, আমি অনুরোধ করব এটাকে উদ্বোধন করে দেওয়ার জন্য। সবাইকে অনেক অভিনন্দন, চিকিৎসক থেকে শুরু করে, কর্মচারী থেকে শুরু করে, সিস্টার থেকে শুরু করে, ম্যানেজমেন্ট থেকে শুরু করে, মেনি মেনি থ্যাঙ্কস। নেক্সট
নেক্সট ম্যাম আমাদের ম্যাম পশ্চিমবঙ্গ সরকারের অনেক কটা ম্যাম ইনগ্রেশন অফ ফাউন্ডেশন স্টোন আছে ম্যাম। প্রথমে ম্যাম আমরা হেলথ ডিপার্টমেন্টে অলমোস্ট 200 কোটি টাকার বিভিন্ন যে প্রজেক্ট ম্যাম আপনার দিয়ে ম্যাম ইনগ্রেশন এবং ফাউন্ডেশন স্টোন লেইং হবে ম্যাম। আমি এক একটা করে ম্যাম পড়ে দেবো ম্যাম।
হ্যাঁ, পড়ে দাও।
প্রথমে ম্যাম আছে 1.5 টেসলা এমআরআই সেন্টার ম্যাম, এটা পিপিপি মডেলে বালুরঘাট ডিস্ট্রিক্ট হসপিটালে করা হচ্ছে ম্যাম ইনগ্রেশন আজকে। তার টোটাল কস্ট ছিল 10
Recording in progress.
Namaskar, everybody here. Thank you so much for coming and all the patience you've shown with us. We would like to welcome our guest of honor, Shri Firad Hakim, who is Minister in charge and most beloved Bobida for us, and who is the Mayor of Kolkata, 38th Mayor from our city. I would request Mr. Dr. Jairam and Dr. Saurav Datta and Mr. Uday Lahiri, if you could kindly felicitate our mayor.
What sets Medica apart from the rest?
Interestingly, I have been to his office and he sits in the same office. We all know who was the first mayor of Kolkata, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. And if Netaji were aware today around, he'd be very proud of the person who's heading the mayor's position today for all the changes he's brought into our city and all the progress that he's been doing.
We are dedicated to groundbreaking research and innovation. Our state-of-the-art laboratory is a hub of scientific discovery and advancement. Medica Oncology stands proud with its diverse departments, offering comprehensive cancer care. People of this region found relief, and even patients from across the nation come here for faster and more effective resolution in hopes of
Thank you.
conquering cancer.
We have amidst us Mr. R. Venkatesh, who is the CEO for Shears India. Shears, as you heard, is a healthcare special purpose vehicle of Temasek. Temasek is one of the largest private equity funds in the world. And Mr. Venkatesh has been one of the driving forces behind Shears, and it's his idea of enhancing Temasek into the health sector. Can I request Mr. Uday Lahiri and Dr. Saurav Datta to please felicitate Mr. Venkatesh. Mr. Venkatesh is a very sharp mind and stalwart in the private equity industry. He is now helping the health sector, merge the private equity and the health sector affordability and accessibility gap. With the unveiling of the plaque done, I think it's important for you to know what did we unveil. Because if you can have our video of our hospital.
to the place that ignites hope, Medica Cancer Hospital. A place that treats with compassion, with expertise. Medica boasts exceptional organ-specific surgical unit with robotic surgery trained doctors. This is what sets Medica apart from the rest. That is not all. Our patient care is our primary focus. Our OPD area is designed to provide convenience and comfort to our patients, ensuring seamless healthcare experiences. Let us introduce you to our exceptional departments at Medica Oncology, where groundbreaking treatments and advanced technologies redefine cancer care. We are dedicated to groundbreaking research and innovation. Our state-of-the-art laboratory is a hub of scientific discovery and advancement. Medica Oncology stands proud with its diverse departments, offering comprehensive cancer care. People of this region found relief, and even patients from across the nation come here for faster and more effective resolution in hopes of conquering cancer once and for all. We are united in their unwavering commitment to providing exceptional care and hope to each and every patient.
Long before Medica even became a hospital, long before the first brick was laid down, it was a thought, it was a dream between a set of professionals who were dedicated to work in the health sector. And it's been about 14 years since the day that the first brick was laid here and we started this hospital. And this dream has become a reality. We have touched lives of more than 25 lakh individuals from the state and beyond, which is a huge number. But then the dream was incomplete to an extent that today we know what cancer and the disease of burden of cancer is. And we didn't have cancer with us. So the latest feather in our cap, the last part of the jigsaw, was to have a cancer unit attached to ourselves, to be able to deliver the level of care, to bridge the accessibility and affordability gap in the region. And that's exactly what we could do through Dr. Saurav Datta and his team who joined us and helped us fulfill this vision. I would request our Managing Director, Mr. Udayan Lahiri, to share his ideas of what Medica was and where we are today and where we are going in the future. Udayan, over to you.
Honorable Mayor Shri Firad Hakim, other members on the dais, dignitaries, friends, colleagues, medicans, press. I'm very, very happy to be standing here today looking at a reality which we had dreamt together, 5 individuals in 2006. And that dream was, in very simple terms, was to bring quality, affordable, and accessible healthcare to the people of this state. There are miles to go to achieve that, but today is one such milestone that we have reached, wherein Medica Cancer Hospital is got inaugurated by our Honorable Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee. What we dreamt is now called Medica. We thought of a facility where people would come to serve, where people do not have to think about whether they would get the right treatment, whether they would get the treatment at the right price. and whether there would be people whom they would be meeting for the first time, like when they go down south or any other state when they seek healthcare. Many people helped us. We had no business backing, we had no business house to support us. But there were individuals and business houses which came forward. I can't forget but remember late Shri Mahendra Swaroop, who came forward and helped us when we just had this piece of plot. I can't help but remember how the government helped us acquire this piece of plot. And there have been many individuals, like I have one person here who's sitting among us, Sri Dulal Mukherjee, who helped us design this hospital which just got inaugurated. So there have been umpteen number of people, institutions, there have been banks who gave us the money when we had nothing to show. Today we have 5 hospitals running. So there are many people who are interested and coming and helping us. ICICI Ventures came in first. They had the faith in our dream. Then came Quadria Capital. They helped us reach a particular mass. And I'm very, very happy to say today that we are privileged and very, very fortunate. In fact, this state is fortunate to have marquee investors in the name of Temasek, whose investing arm, Shears Healthcare, has invested in this hospital. Mr. R. Venkatesh is here among us, and I thank the entire investment team for making this dream possible. What we plan to do, we had the plan to start this cancer hospital in 2015-16. For various reasons, it got delayed. When I met Sir Firad Hakim in his office asking for clearance of this hospital, it took us 2 days to get the clearance. I had never thought that could ever happen. And sir, we'll remain eternally grateful to you for bringing this facility to this city. Then we met an individual, Dr. Saurav Datta, who's also sitting here. He's a very, very passionate doctor. He's a head and neck surgeon. And his dreams simply aligned with ours. Only thing that he's very, very pushy in getting what he wants. So we ended up, because of him, having the best cancer facility that the city can offer today in terms of a true beam with a hyper arc, in terms of iodine therapy, in terms of nuclear medicine treatment, in terms of having a bone bank in future very soon, which none of the hospitals or even in the entire region people have. So we are very happy to have partners like Dr. Saurav Datta and his entire team. We are also very fortunate to have around 16 clinicians who have joined us, who are alma mater of Tata Hospital in Mumbai. So it's been a great journey. There have been ups and downs, but the focus has been on patient care. And that is what will remain as the focus going forward to bring a quality medical facility, medical treatment to everyone who reaches our doorstep, irrespective of what socio-economic strata they come from. Medica is open to treat patients who can't afford. We regularly take care of patients in Swasthya and other government schemes as well as we have very, very benevolent donors who help us treat poor patients. So with that as a goal and with cancer as a focus going forward, along with that, this journey probably also we could not have achieved what we've achieved in the cancer hospital unless we had this multi-specialty hospital. Because many things which the cancer patients require, we already had in our super specialty hospital. So the clinicians at Medica Super Specialty Hospital gave a helping hand to everything that happened here. So thank you. People believed in our dream because they helped us show what we could do. So thank you very much for coming here, and over to you, Aida.
Thanks, Udin. That's brilliantly summed up. And like Medica has always been known for, I mean, when we started this journey, our only dream was, like Udin said, to bring the best in healthcare to East. And East had a lot of catching up to do. We still have 200 patients taking a train down south every single day. When we started about a decade later, the number still is about 100 odd. We want to see that number goes to 0. And not 0, we want to see people from other states coming and seeking healthcare from us. We have the wherewithal, we have the talent, we just are trying to get our act together. Amidst us is Dr. Saurav Datta, who's been a champion of cancer. And like Udayan said, a very stubborn, very demanding doctor, and thank God we have him with us because he pushes the limits and ensures things move the way they should. And one thing he stands for, in my mind, is good ethics and transparent healthcare. The rest of it you will hear from him. Dr. Saurav, over to you.
Good afternoon. Respected Honorable Mayor and Minister in Charge, Sri Firad Hakim sir, all other respected dignitaries on the dais, our teachers, seniors of different institutes whom we are going to felicitate today with lifetime achievement, who are our inspiration to start our journey, our seniors, our teachers sitting in front of us, whose blessings are always with us, all the well-wishers who have come today, taking a break from their busy schedule just to bless us, just to extend their support to us, our media friends from where we get constant support, and all our colleagues, both medical and non-medical in Medica. Today is an auspicious and emotional day for our entire team members of Medica Oncology. It was almost 10 years back when most of us were students of Tata Memorial Hospital, Mumbai, and we were mesmerized with the work culture, quality of work, the ethics, the empathy to the patient, what they provide. And a lot of us had a dream that time that we want to work there. That time, our teachers convinced us that it would be better for the pupil if we all together come back to our native place, our region, work together, set a hospital which will follow the same principle which Tata Memorial follows. I am missing my sir, Professor Pankaj Chaturvedi, who is my mentor. He is online. I don't know whether he is hearing me, but I am sure that he is laughing how much time he had to give to me to convince this thing that you people should go back to your region. But this was the starting of our journey. And now we are proud to say that in Medica Cancer Hospital, Kolkata, 16 of TMH alumni, we are working together. Not only here, if you see the entire Medica group, almost more than 20 people, TMH alumni, are working together. And to strengthen our team, people from other pioneer hospital like PGI Chandigarh, CMC Vellore, Tata Medical Center, IPGM here, Thakurpukur, CNCI, Rayan Trivedi, from everywhere, our team members have joined to make it more powerful and give us more strength. And we are really happy that we have a team, our seniors in Medica, because Medica has not only given us the platform, but they have given us the entire liberty, freedom to set a hospital with whatever principle we want to set. It makes us so happy when we see that though we have just started our journey, but already we are doing the highest number of robotic oncosurgery in entire eastern region. it makes us so happy when we are seeing that our team is doing highest number of microvascular free flap surgery in entire eastern region. We feel so pleasure when we see that our radiotherapy unit, which has just barely started less than 6 months back, is almost, the machine is at saturation point, and the discussion has started to bring another machine. Our chemotherapy daycare is overloaded with our patients, and someday there is so much space crunch to accommodate the patients who are rushing here, keeping trust on us. Our nuclear medicine, our oncopathology, doing so high-end jobs. But trust me, it gives us pleasure. But most pleasure, at least myself, I can tell, or I am sure our team member gets, when we get in our WhatsApp, doctors WhatsApp group, messages from our colleagues that, look, I have one patient who is probably from neighboring state, so doesn't have any Sastho Sati card, very poor. We have waived off our surgical team fee or consultant fee. Hospital has waived off their bed charges, but still, we need a lot of medicine, lot of consumables. So could you please contribute from yourself? And immediately our team members generously contribute there. That gives us most pleasure, and at least that assures us that what we promised to our teachers at Tata Memorial and all our teachers here sitting, that we will maintain the ethics, we will maintain the work culture, and we will maintain this empathy, and we are doing it, and hopefully we will continue to do it. I will not lengthen my talk, but lastly, I want to say one thing. We are so grateful to our Honorable Chief Minister Madam and our Mayor Sir, that every time, whatever support we asked them, they generously gave us. Their vision has also inspired us to work for the poor in this region. And personally speaking, I would not lose this opportunity in front of all of you, that from my personal front, I am so grateful to them that when I was a medical student, I was going through roller coaster phases. And in that time, if our CM madam was not there, she was not that time CM, or our Mayor sir was not there, she was not that time mayor or any minister, he was our Bobida, who is still our Bobida in our heart. If I would not have got that support, that support from them and blind support from them, then forget about being an oncosurgeon, being a director of this hospital, I would have never become a doctor. So I am really grateful to you, sir. Lastly, this is my request to all of you, that you are all here today. Please bless us. Please give us strength. Please support us so that the principle we have thought of, the principle with which we have started, the principle with which we are here now, we should continue the same principle in future. Thank you.
Thanks, Dr. Saurav. I think you made all your teachers proud at TMH, wherever they're listening from. We really were looking forward to the presence of Dr. Chaturvedi today. Unfortunately, he couldn't come by because he's running very high temperature. But we're very thankful to him that he could join us on Zoom. I think Sir is online, connected with us. Are we connected, Vikas? We're reconnecting, all right. So while we reconnect, let me just fill you in. I've got a long profile of Dr. Chaturvedi. I'll just introduce you just a few lines about him. Dr. Chaturvedi is primarily a head and neck surgeon who's and the Deputy Director of Center for cancer epidemiology at the prestigious Tata Memorial Center. And most importantly, a teacher of Dr. Saurav and Dr. Harsh here, and they're very, very proud of being his students. And I think it's vice versa now as well. Dr. Chaturvedi has been the forefront of war against tobacco pandemic in India, and he's single-handedly been instrumental in various policy-making decisions regarding these in the country. He's played a very key role in forming the MOU between Tata Memorial Center, Mumbai, and West Bengal government to help set up a network of cancer care units in Bengal. And I think that is where his contribution to the state is immense. And without taking much time, I would request Dr. Chaturvedi, sir, if you could talk to us about what you think about Bengal, cancer care, and Medica. Thank you.
So thank you so much for that kind introduction, and my sincere apologies that I could not be there because of the flu that I have. And you talked about the temperature, but the temperature that Saurav raises by his passion and commitment in front of that temperature, my temperature is nothing. So Firhad sir, thank you for helping my student in his difficult times, and I really appreciate that you could be a support for him. And the dignitaries on the dais, certainly my student is aggressive, but his aggression is only to ensure that cancer patients and the patients do get what they deserve. And certainly friends who are there in the audience, I can already see Manimada, Arun, Jayant, and Arnab. So all can work as a team to ensure that no patient of West Bengal ever has to go out of the state to take treatment, because I see the misery of these patients who have to travel all the way to Mumbai, and the poor of them, they end up living on the footpath. So I'm sure the days are numbered, and sure West Bengal will be able to take care of all the cancer patients in the state, and not only in that state, but in the adjoining area. Now, Tata Memorial Center comes under Department of Atomic Energy, and it's a Government of India hospital. And as already mentioned, we have joined hands with the West Bengal government to enhance cancer care and control in the state. And it is being done under the leadership of the Chief Minister, Honorable Mrs. Mamata Banerjee, and able guidance of Shri H.K. Dwivedi, Chief Secretary, who is a friend. And he has been really instrumental, not me, but he has been instrumental in ensuring that this MOU happens and things improve in West Bengal. Now, Tata Hospital, we are already working with the Public Health Department, and we have trained more than 100 paramedical and medical staff, bringing them to Tata Hospital, doing skilling for them, capacity building for them. In addition to that, Monimada knows that how closely we are working working on the DPR, in the construction and commissioning of the 2 upcoming centers. We have given all our technical inputs and inputs regarding how the 2 upcoming centers can be made better. And I'm very sure under his leadership, those centers will do exemplary work as part of the SSKM as well as the North Bengal Medical College. And indeed, we are very happy, Firhadji, in working with the state government, and the cooperation and collaboration that we are witnessing is much better and really exemplary compared to many states where we are working. Now, for me, this is a very momentous occasion because, as Saurav said, that he wanted to settle in Tata Hospital or one of the Tata Hospital branches, but I literally forced him to leave, and he was very upset. He didn't speak to me for several months, thinking that I'm doing some harm to him. But now, Saurav, you must be realizing that my anger at that point to send you back to West Bengal was justified. And now I'm also happy to see that 15 of our alumni have volunteered to work in West Bengal in Medica Hospital, though they may have good offer financially more remunerative offer in other states, but they have chosen to work in Medica Hospital thanks to the glue and the Fevicol that Saurav provides to them. And I'm happy that Medica Hospital, Medica leadership is really proactive and trying to make newer vistas and take up newer things like radioactive iodine therapy, nuclear medicine therapy, which is much needed in the state because sometimes the treatment is done, but that part of the treatment, if it is not available, patients have to go elsewhere. So looking at the whole scenario, looking at the positive enthusiasm that I see amongst all, I'm 100% sure that Medica is going to be one of the very, very important facility looking after the cancer patients in that area. What I must emphasize that the doctors of Tata Hospital who are currently in West Bengal are not only treating cancer, but they are doing their service and part of our program, how to improve the cancer early detection and how to do cancer prevention. And I must say that Medica and the doctors there must continue the ethos of Tata Hospital, that slowly we have to work towards a society where there is no cancer. And unless we all work towards that, we are no different from any other business model. We are trying to make our lives meaningless. We do not want people to have cancer. Please work towards that. Now, the other important message that I would like to give to 15 doctors and Saurav Datta, please understand that it is very easy to reach on top, but it is very difficult to remain on top. To remain on top, you must do cutting edge technology, newer knowledge, newer skilling. All that has to be a very dynamic process. And once you start feeling that we are the best, the downfall will start. So never reach that stage of arrogance, never reach that stage that we have done enough. And I'm sure that is what Tata stands for. And that is why for last 8 years, despite being a government hospital, we have remained a tertiary care center. So finally, on the occasion of the inauguration, I wish the entire Medica Center all the success and progress in years to come. And I want this entire hospital to work with other wonderful group of people who are sitting in the audience, so that again, I'm saying that we have to bring down the misery of the West Bengal patients in such a way that their out-of-pocket expenditure goes down, their side effects go down, morbidity and mortality should go down. So if we work towards those endpoints rather than treating the numbers, that how many surgeries we have done, how many chemotherapy we have done, we should actually work how many lives we have saved. And finally, I want to apologize once again that I could not be there today, but on 5th of August, I'll certainly be there. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Chaturvedi. That was very, very insightful. And thank you for all the motivation. And we are really looking forward to your presence on the 5th and the 6th here with us. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. My pleasure.
I mean, what Dr. Chaturvedi said, and in a way we all know, the burden of healthcare in our country as such is something which is way beyond what we have been able to handle. We have moved a long, long way since our independence. If you look at the mortality rates then and now, we have almost doubled our age of living, and therefore everything else. So, but we were burdened with both communicable and non-communicable diseases. Cancer has become a huge burden today. In our state, we have about 4 people out of every 1,000 who needs a hospitalization rate. With the government of West Bengal putting in so many new hospitals and the private sector together, it needs to be a teamwork. It has to be public-private partnerships, more and more, where hospitals come together, the private sector builds in. We have AMRI, Charnock, Neotias, we have the stalwarts from the government hospitals. Cancer is a disease to fight by not one hospital. It's a combined battle that we need to fight. We need to create an ecosystem where we can produce more and more efficient healthcare facilities and treat much more people. And for that, we need a huge amount of teamwork. We have certain stalwarts among us today, and one of the reasons why we thought, they have led the way in cancer care in the state much before Medica has started, and we really would like to salute them, and we want to felicitate some of our dignitaries for leading cancer healthcare facilities in the state today. May I have, can we start with SSKM Dr. Professor Mrinmoy Bandyopadhyay. Sir, if Manimoy Bandyopadhyay. Sir, and I would request our beloved Dr. Robin Chakraborty. So when we talk of SSKM Hospital, we all know where it has started. It started in the year 1950 with a vision of the legendary Bidhan Chandra Roy. Sorry. So our SSKM started way back in 1707. I was reading under the hospital here. And then it was opened up to Indians. It was only for the Europeans at that point of time. In 1957, it became a PG hospital, and since then it's not turned back. Today we have SSKM has collaborated with Tata Cancer and set up a hospital which is a cancer hospital and got 7 MCH seats that have been allocated to the state. It's an honor and privilege to felicitate a stalwart. We have amidst us Dr. Jayanta Chakraborty. Dr. Jayanta Chakraborty is from Chittaranjan Cancer Institute. He's seen a lot of action and privileged to have worked with him in Medica as well at some point of time. Can I invite Dr. Subir Ganguly from Medica Oncology team to kindly be on the dais to felicitate Dr. Jayanta Chakraborty. CNCI was established in 1950 by Sri Bidhan Chandra Roy, and since then it was actually inaugurated by Madam J. Curie. And beyond that, in many years later, CNCI today has a brand new campus in Salt Lake. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Dr. Chakraborty, thank you very much. May I now invite Dr. Vikas Kapoor to kindly come upon dais, the finest orthopedic surgeon in the country, and we are privileged to have you with us, sir. Dr. Kapoor would felicitate Dr. Arnab Gupta from Saroj Gupta Cancer Institute, and his brother, Dr. Anjan Gupta, both of them. Could you please be on the dais, please? Yeah. Dr. Anjan Gupta is the Honorary Secretary and Architect of Saroj Gupta Cancer Institute. Please come, sir. SGSR, Saroj Gupta Cancer Institute was set up by Dr. Saroj Gupta in the year 1973 and was born out of a noble vision of underprivileged cancer care. It's one of the finest cancer institutes in the state, and at one point was synonymous with cancer care in the Eastern India. Thank you, Dr. Gupta. Dr. Anjan, you would like to say a few words, please. Over to you.
First of all, I'd like to thank Dr. Saurabh Datto and Medica for honoring us for the service to the humankind. And he has already mentioned this honor is a tribute to our founder, Dr. Saroj Gupta, who had thought about this cancer 50 years back, and there was no cancer hospital other than Chaturvedi Cancer Hospital. So he felt the agonies of the cancer patients. So he wanted to create a home away from home. So at least if you could provide the facilities for accommodation, so they can be brought to the city hospital for treatment. And I'm glad, I don't want to get into details. It's a long story. It has been 50 years of journey, and there has been a lot of contributions from the people from different walks of life, institutions, organizations, the government. They all came forward. It's the people for the project, of the project, people, and by the people. So we are trying to continue the legacy of serving the poor patients. And I'm happy that Medica has come up with this kind of vision, the ethics, the personal professional care, and transparent way, which was a vision of Dr. Gupta as well. So I'm very happy Tata Memorial Hospital, they are also joining hands. And I'm sure in this state, we can boast of having so many centers, but how many of them are really providing good care? So I'm very optimistic and wishing them a great success that Medica will provide that kind of services to the poor patients, because 80% of the patients, they come from poor remote villages. And I'm sure they'll go a long way. We'll work hand in hand. A lot has been said by Pankaj Chaturvedi and other people, because it's a teamwork. If you work in a team, then only you can serve the society. And all the senior people who are there, and I respect to them and my junior friends, please join hand and come forward for the noble cause, make it a great success. It's a teamwork. Thank you very much for bearing with me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. It was really nice. I would like to call upon our own Dr. Pahari, a nephrologist who's not unknown to anyone in town and around. And Dr. Pahari, you'll help us felicitate Dr. P. Arun from Tata Medical Center. Again, Dr. Arun doesn't need an introduction, neither does Tata Medical Center. Tata Medical Center was formed in the year 2004 as a philanthropic initiative for the eastern and northeastern parts of India. With this cutting-edge technology, today Tata Cancer has more than 400 beds in cancer care. And Dr. Arun is himself a surgeon. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Now is the time for us to give out a very special award. And this award is, I mean, it doesn't take much to guess when you say you got to give a Lifetime Achievement Award to somebody from Bengal. Very few names would actually come up for the entire dedication and commitment that they have given in the duration. And okay, we all know Dr. Shubhendu Roy. And he is a person who's stand beyond time and effort. Dr. Shubhendu Roy, sir, can I please welcome you to the stage? I would request Dr. Jairam and Mr. Venkatesh and Mayor, sir, to kindly felicitate. To have built a brand by the name, which is the last word in pathology, which is a household name when it comes to lab, is not an easy task. And it's been over years and years of commitment. The one thing that really determines who he is the ethics. He's never parted ways in what we see in today's laboratories. He's never moved an inch. And that's what makes him a stalwart in this country. Cancer care and pathology go hand in hand. The entire treatment gets decided based on what reporting it is. And still now, when you need a double check of anything, the lab tests all go to him. I'd request Dr. Shubhendu Roy to say a few words to us on how has he been able to establish this impeccable brand image and how could he stick on to all his values without getting deterred. Sir.
I really feel very honored for the gesture of Medica. I really do not know whether I'm really worth it or worthy of it, but thank you. Thank you very much. What I've realized and what I would say in my twilight years is that I'm very grateful for the help, the cooperation, the guidance, and the goodwill that I have got from my teachers, from my peers, colleagues, the doctor fraternity in Calcutta, and the public. As was mentioned so many times today, teamwork is very, very, very important. And I would like to thank all my colleagues and all the people who have dedicated so many decades of service to our organization. Medicine is not a very easy profession. It needs so many years of studies, so many even more years of training. Long hours, a lot of sacrifices on the personal and on the family front. But I think that at the end of the day, it can be very, very satisfying if you have been able to help some people in some way. I think in my sunset years, I have realized one thing. Medicine is something in which you have to work with a lot of passion, but you have to have compassion for all the patients who are coming to us, and our attitude should always be to help them in whatever way we can. Thank you.
That was fabulous. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for being with us, and it's really a privilege to be able to felicitate you. It's not every day that we have solvers like you amidst us. We would have loved to hear from all our directors of these stalwart institutes. Unfortunately, there's a lack of time, and Bobita has to be somewhere else fast sooner than later. So, but then we're not letting go of them just yet. On the 5th of this month, that is the Saturday, we have our conference happening at Taj Bengal, where we're talking about how to alleviate the level of care, cancer care, and how does Eastern India develop its cancer care together, and what is the way forward. Will be facilitated by Dr. Subir Ganguly, and we'll have all our solvers there. So I'd request all of you and media to be there to listen to them and their ideas of how we're taking this forward. I would then request Mr. Venkatesh for a address to the crowd from our side, and please let us know your views, Venkatesh, on cancer care, on Medica, and everything else.
Thank you. Honorable Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, Honorable Mayor Ji, Firhad Hakim Ji, all the respected dignitaries out here, the guests of Medica, and our friends from the entire press community. First of all, thank you all for coming out here and supporting Medica. I think it's a great recognition for what they have achieved and what they've created over a period of time. So on behalf of Temasek, which is, as you all know, is a part of the government of Singapore, I am pleased to be here along with my team to be part of this momentous occasion. But I think what we are really happy is that when we looked at Medica almost a year and a half back, they were an extremely passionate group of people, very, very determined on building high quality healthcare. And that's the reason why we partnered with them. And I think now we are almost a majority shareholder of the business. We are really integral to whatever is happening out here. And I think this oncology business is something that we had dreamt of at that point of time. Now I'm seeing it to fruition, and the entire, the operations have already started or just about started. We are really excited to say that this is going to be a milestone for not only the Singapore government, Temasek, but as well as Medica. So we have, of course, made partnerships in other parts of the country. We have partnerships with the Manipal group in South, the Medanta group in North. And I think this will be of a similar stature in our mind of what we are going to do with Medica in East. I think I see this as almost a center of excellence for the entire East India. I think we'll hopefully be able to use this cancer facility to actually channel all the patients in the region into this and kind of help them in the cancer care. So I also hope that we will stop this drainage that people are talking about, where people try and move out of East and go to other parts of the country for high-end treatment. And that is something that we will want to address and make sure that we can deliver that high-quality care right here at an affordable and across all the social strata. So with that, I would just like to thank everyone again and also wish the entire Medica team and the clinicians the very best as they convert some of their dreams into reality. So all the best and thank you.
Offer affordable healthcare to the masses. We have amidst us Dr. Jairam. Dr. Jairam is again a stalwart in the industry. He's been he's seen the entire health ecosystem shape up from where it is today. We would like to hear from Dr. Jairam, who's also the chairperson of Medica Group of Hospitals today. Dr. Jairam has also been the founding members of NABH accreditation, and he's on the governing body of almost all the Nat Health and FICCI and whatever you can think of. He's a legend in himself. Let's listen to Dr. Jairam.
Honorable Mayor, Janab Firad Hakim sir, members on the dais, my colleagues, the clinicians from Medica, invitees, press, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, let me pay my respects and thanks to the Honorable Chief Minister for having spared her time and having inaugurated the Cancer Hospital in the presence of the Honorable Minister of State for Health and Family Welfare, the Chief Secretary, the Principal Secretary as well. It is indeed a proud day for the organization, and it is one more step forward in what is to create the best health ecosystem in the east of this country. All of us have heard many of the speakers before me, and you have heard of the capability and what is in store for oncology in Calcutta. But what is important to understand is that cancer in the east of India is underserved not just in Calcutta, but in other areas as well. So the plan is not just to have a single oncology unit in Calcutta, but an integrated oncology system between Calcutta, Siliguri, and Ranchi, where the presence of Medica is strongly felt. This coordinated cancer program will enable the best of treatment and care for all cancer patients in this part of the world. And it will therefore serve a very important aspect which is not as efficient as it should be. At this moment, it is fair for us to stop for a moment and understand that cancer, yes, but it's not just cancer alone. If you look at Medica as a whole, and I've had the privilege of looking at it for the last 1.5 years at close quarters, the quality of care delivered by the stalwarts in clinical science has been excellent. We heard earlier about patients moving from here to the south for treatment. I would say that I've been practicing in the south of this country for many years, in fact decades, but I can assure you that the quality that we have in the East and in Medica is as good, if not better, than any other part of this country. So to this, I ask you to raise your hands. If we have this kind of a clinical excellence and infrastructure to match, there is no reason whatsoever to ensure that people from West Bengal stay here and people from neighboring states and neighboring countries reach out to Calcutta for treatment. In fact, I am perhaps one of the vintage that has occupied the chair here, and I can tell you that when we were medical students, the temple of medical learning was indeed Kolkata. In the last 1.5 years, I've also had the privilege of understanding other aspects of the working of Medica, not just of the clinicians, but the paraclinical support, the nursing support, and every other part that goes into the management of patients and the care and prevention of disease. And to them, I raise my hands and salute. The excellence that they produce is fantastic. Medica is also socially committed. The Swasth Sati program, which is the heartthrob of healthcare in the East and in Bengal, is part of our genes and DNA, and we are actively participating in this program. I'm sure all of you are also aware of Karma, which is an endeavor on the part of Medica to provide relief and quick transport of accident victims to the nearest hospital, and the entire program is supported by Medica, which indeed is a fulfillment of a social cause. I am here today thanks to the change in management, and I stand here to say that the coming months and years will be progress and fulfillment of the dreams and requirement of the health for West Bengal and the states around. Thank you for listening, and I will cease it.
Thank you very much, Dr. Aram. As always, your wisdom and the words of wisdom are very precious to us, and we are very honored to have you as our chairman. With this, I would request our Honorable Mayor, Babida, to kindly share his perspective of what we are doing in healthcare and how does he see all our efforts and all the support that he's been given us. Whether we live up to his expectations, we'd like to hear from him.
Dignitaries on the dais, Dr. Jairam, Dr. Venkatesh, my friend Dr. Lahiri, Hon'ble, and Saurabh, dignitaries of the dais as like Dr. Sukumar Mukherjee, Justice Roy, Justice Dr. Roy, and other friends of the media. Actually, I didn't have much idea about what Medica is. But definitely, my relatives used to have their treatment here. But as like a common person, I feared to be here for the expense of the treatment. But as you all know that we, as a public representative, we always deal with the public, the suffering of the public. And for that, when they approached us that, Babida, we have some issues and we have to solve that, we have a building plan and all these things, I told them that, yes, but you need something to do for the people. Then they informed me that we are already doing many things for the people, not something, but many things for the people. And that changed my concept about what Medica is doing. I used to think that it is only for the people who have the financially affluent people, Medica is for them. But Mr. Lahiri has changed that feeling that no, it is for the common people. And I thank our Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee that this treatment in this super specialty hospital we can have, the common people can have by way of Swasthya Sati card. But years before that, we could not think about all this thing that the common people will go to Peerless Hospital, the Amri Hospital, Medica Hospital, and Apollo Hospital. We didn't think about all these things. The affluent people will have a certain hospitals, and the people like us with lesser economic background will have a hospital like SSKM or other hospitals. But now, in real sense of socialism, at least in healthcare, is now with the people. And that is the people with affluency can go to the Dr. Banerjee there in SSKM, and the people with less affluency can go to Medica or any other hospitals with that Swasthya Sati card. And just Mr. Lahiri was telling that it took 2 days to make this plan and everything sanctioned. 1 day for that, and the first day to sign a memorandum with Calcutta Corporation that there will be a Swasthya Sati ward in this hospital, and 10 free, not bed, free patient, 10 free patient from the mayors will have in Medica, they will have in Medica. That took 1 day, and the sanction took the other day. So I am grateful to Medica Hospital that they are real sense of serving the people, and moreover to Saurabh, whom I used to know as a student leader of medical college, fighting with the communist friends of his in those days. And now he has become a leading doctor in oncology. It is really, I was astonished to see him first, that he is heading the Medica team. Anyway, we are all very proud of him, and we wish him a best future. And more healthcare comes here. It will facilitate not only the patients, but a potential of employment, healthcare in this healthcare system, potential employment that our government is interested about, and we need more and more investments here in healthcare so that the serving of the patient and the employment of the local youths can be done simultaneously. I once again wish Medica all the best in their effort, and we look forward for more to have. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Babita. This was really, really useful. And thank you for your time. And I would request, Babita might have to leave because he's got other commitments. But we have something very, very, very important which I would want to mention to you. We know when, Babita, before you leave, just wanted to tell you, we have 3 performances by 3 children who were suffering from cancer. And they've recovered. And once you're down with cancer, your life changes completely. You're mentally down. To recover, to fight back from cancer and yet perform, I think that's a fantastic thing. So I would request everyone to please be around and see the performance of these 3 children before you leave. They are cancer survivors, yes. Not children, they've grown up, yes. Cancer survivors.
স্যার সবাইকে নিয়ে ওখানে গিয়ে স্যার যে জাস্ট বসে যেতে আর ওখানে আমাদের হাইটি আছে
Yeah. So we have also got a high tea organized for everyone, and my request will be, please stay back, few of people who can stay back for the performance.
মেবি স্যারেরা যদি যেতে চান আগে নিয়ে হাইটিতে ঢোকো ম্যাডামকে
They're doing that. They're organizing. He's organizing supply. when the mayor leaves, so does the press and most of the audience. But I think that shouldn't deter us from, who really appreciate music and art. I think only those people are left behind. And I think so the audience is a rightful audience. And I think we should do this for them now. We have with us three individuals who have survived cancer, and they're on stage to perform. I think I'll read out a little about them. Our first individual for performance is Mrs. Taboshmi Banerjee. It's a lovely name though, Taboshmi Banerjee. Yeah. Sorry, ma'am. She's Miss Taboshmi and not Mrs. My mistake. Now, she was operated under her care twice, in 2020 and then 2021. She was presented to her OPD with a nodule in her left thyroid lobe, for which she underwent a left hemothyroidectomy on 29/12/2020. She then underwent the completion of thyroidectomy with left central compartment exploration on 26/2/21. She then underwent adjuvant radioiodine therapy in April 21. She has been in our regular follow-up since then for the last 2 years. Her surgical site has healed well, and the patient is doing very well, which is she. Now sheltering her throat with enthusiasm for music. Can I invite Taboshmi to please come on stage, and we would love to listen to you. But you have to tell me what Taboshmi means. It's a lovely name though.
So basically, Taboshmi is a Sanskrit name which translates to I belong to you. Yeah, that's all I have to say.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. That was such a lovely song. I think we should all give her a standing ovation. I would request. And that's something really meaningful. Thank you. Next, I'd like to call Mr. Debobroto Mondal. Mr. Mondal is a 53-year-old gentleman who was operated under our care in 2018. I know this sounds more like a discharge summary, but then I think we'll still read it out. He came to the OPD with a complaint of growth on his tongue. On carrying on biopsy of his lesion, it was reported carcinoma of the tongue. A total glossectomy, removal of the tongue was conducted with a bilateral neck dissection for the removal of lymph nodes, and reconstruction of PMMC flap was carried out in January 2018. Post the surgery, his final biopsy report had adverse features. He received chemotherapy treatment, and which was completed in March 2018. Since his completion of his treatment, he's been on regular follow-ups for the last 5 years. His surgical site has healed completely, and he is doing well. He's been actively pursuing his passion for singing and excelling in it by leaps and bounds. I think I can't wait to hear from him right now. So, Mr. Debobroto Mondal. Where is Mr. Debobroto Mondal? Where is Pratik? Oh, he's here.
Namaste.
That was another fabulous performance. And can I please request everyone once again to give the standing ovation. I can't do anything better. Thank you so much, Mr. Hon'ble. Our last, but this is very, very interesting. Miss Preeti Quirin. She's a 14-year-old girl. Preeti, chole esho. Do we need help? Preeti is 14-year-old. She was operated under her care in 2017. She was diagnosed with sarcoma of the left lower limb in August 2017. She has received 9 cycles of chemotherapy. After completion of the same, she was put on few more, and the limb was unfortunately not salvageable. Hence, the decision was to remove her leg from above the knee. The said procedure was carried out in 2017. She has been on regular follow-up since then. She's doing fine. Her surgical wound has healed, and she's fueling her passion for dancing now. And that is, I think, really, really, really commendable. Really commendable. Preeti, over to you.
এরা সুখের লাগে চাহে প্রেম প্রেম মেলে না শুধু সুখ চলে যায় এমনি মায়ার ছলনা এরা সুখের লাগে চাহে প্রেম প্রেম মেলে না এরা ভুলে যায় কারে ছেড়ে কারে চায় ভুলে যায় কারে ছেড়ে কারে চায় সুখের লাগে চাহে প্রেম প্রেম মেলে না শুধু সুখ চলে যায় এমনি মায়ার ছলনা এরা সুখের লাগে চাহে প্রেম প্রেম মেলে না তাই কেঁদে কাটে নিশে তাই দহে প্রাণ তাই মান অভিমান তাই এত হায় হায় তাই কেঁদে কাটে নিশে তাই দহে প্রাণ তাই মান অভিমান তাই এত হায় হায় প্রেমে সুখ দুঃখ ভুলে তবে সুখ পায় প্রেমে সুখ দুঃখ ভুলে তবে সুখ পায় সুখের লাগি চাহে প্রেম প্রেম মেলে না শুধু সুখ চলে যায় এমনি মায়ার ছলনা এরা সুখের লাগি চাহে প্রেম প্রেম মেলে না সুখে চল গেল নিশে স্বপ্ন ফুরালো মিছে আর কেন বলো মিছে আর কেন বলো শশী ঘুমের কুহক নিয়ে গেল অস্তা চলো সুখে চলো প্রেমের কাহিনী গান হয়ে গেল অবসান প্রেমের কাহিনী গান হয়ে গেল অবসান এখন কেহ হাসে কেহ বসে ফেলে অশ্রু জল এখন কেহ হাসে কেহ বসে ফেলে অশ্রু জল
I am supposed to give a vote of thanks to everybody, all right? So I think we should, it's no formality, of course, the ministers and the mayor and everyone, thank you everybody, but most importantly the team that's been here with us and made this happen, thank you very much. The press, the media, and our everybody, the maintenance team, the IT team, the ops team, the medical team, the nursing team, thank you very much. Medica rocks, thank you.